Hello, my name is Hannah Flanagan, and today I will be discussing how the overconsumption of red meat can be dangerous because it can lead to obesity, heart disease, and type 2 diabetes. As an athlete, health and nutrition have always been very important to me. I've noticed over many years of competition that maintaining a good, positive, balanced diet can really positively impact your physical and mental performance in all aspects of your life. However, I know a lot of Americans don't really think like this, and they don't realize that what they're eating and what they're putting in their body might hurt them. An example of this is red meat. A lot of people think that, oh, it's meat, it's protein, it's okay to eat as much as I want. However, this is not the case. Today, I'm going to tell you how eating too much red meat can be bad because it can cause obesity, heart disease, and type 2 diabetes. Today I'm going to start with telling you how red meat causes obesity. So as you probably know, obesity in the United States is a huge problem. Currently, 30% of the adult population is considered obese, which means that their BMI or body mass index is 30 or over, and they're about 20% weight heavier than they're recommended to be. And this is from medicalnewstoday.com. Childhood obesity is at a record high of 17% in the United States, and this is from Medical Medicine Journal. And just to give you a specific statistic to show you how serious the problem is, in the state of Mississippi, about 10 years ago, obesity in adults was about 15%. Today, it's about 35%, which is obviously double of what it was. This is from the Science News Journal. So obviously this is very concerning, and it's connected, I think, to the increase in meat consumption, which has also been steadily rising over the past 20 years. 0.21 pounds is the recommended amount of meat that an average adult should eat per day. But today, the average American eats about 0.36 pounds of meat, and this is from the Wall Street Journal. Meat is being consumed more than poultry and seafood combined, which are obviously much healthier options, but people are choosing red meat over them. And this is from the National Action Health Letter. And also, meat consumption is higher than any other country in the world, significantly higher than 13 of the most other developed countries in the world. And this is also from the National Action Health Letter. So why is this important, or why is it relevant? Well, the increase in obesity and the increase in meat consumption are directly related. They've both increased steadily over the past 20 years, and this is because red meat is very high in saturated fat. It's has very high levels of GGT and HSCRP, which are enzymes that are directly related to obesity and heart disease. It contains lots of fatty acids, and that was from the European Journal of Nutrition. Also, it contains lots of fatty acids like omega-6 and omega-3, which have been directly linked to an increase in BMI, an increase in waist circumference, and obesity. And this is from Nutrition Bulletin Journal. So I believe that the health statistics relating to red meat, combined with the fact that obesity and red meat consumption have increased steadily over the past 20 years, is proof that the two are directly related. So, as I've shown you, the fatty acids in red meat and the high levels of cholesterol are a direct contribution to the obesity problem in the United States. But it doesn't only affect obesity. Red meat consumption also leads to heart disease. So how does it do this? Well, plaque buildup stiffens artery walls when someone has a heart disease, and this stops the blood flow from tissues and organs, or to tissues and organs. And this plaque is mainly made up of fat and cholesterol and stuff like that. And those things are very commonly found in red meat. Many studies have been done to show the connection between red meat and heart disease. In a study done by the Food Security Research Center and Department of Community Nutrition, increased levels of red meat consumption was directly related to higher levels of inflammation in subjects, which that basically means that they have a higher risk of heart disease. And that is from the Journal of Medical Research, Journal of Research in Medical Sciences. Another study done by the Cleveland Clinic showed that there was a connection between an unhealthy heart and red meat consumption. Adam Bernstein, who was the leader of this study, was quoted saying that we saw the people who ate red meat had a very high risk of, and he's talking about heart disease, and that's from the National Action Health Letter. Another fact that is related to heart disease and red meat consumption People who eat red meat at least twice a day have a 29% higher chance of getting heart disease than people who only consume about half a serving per day. And that was done from the same Cleveland study, and that information is from the National Action Health Letter. So as you can see, not only does red meat affect obesity, it also can lead to heart disease. This is not the only effects, though. It also has been proven in many studies to lead to type 2 diabetes. So how does it do this? Well, type 2 diabetes is basically when excess fat found in red meat changes the way the body responds to insulin, and this is called insulin resistance. The body has a difficult time using insulin to produce blood sugar, to process blood sugar, and this leads to high blood sugar, which is very unhealthy and is often associated with type 2 diabetes. And that's from everydayhealth.com. So there are also some theories that say that not only does it lead to insulin resistance, but the high amounts of heme iron found in red meat also cause diabetes, and that is from the Nutrition Action Health Letter. So this connection has been proven in many different studies over the years between type 2 diabetes and overconsumption of red meat. One of these that was very influential in the theory is a study by Harvard researchers who tracked about 200,000 men and women for a course of almost 28 years. And at the end of this long study, they found that the risk of type 2 diabetes increased by 32% for every 2 ounces of processed meat, and by 12% for every 3 ounces of unprocessed meat. And that's basically saying that whoever ate red meat had a higher chance of getting heart disease. And that's from the National Action Letter, or National Action Health Letter. So another study done by Walter Willett, who is the chair of the Department of Nutrition at the Harvard School of Public Health, says that the ingredients of red meat directly affect how the body reacts to insulin. He's quoted saying that we know that the accumulation of iron due to hemochromatosis can cause diabetes by damaging the cells that secrete insulin. And that's from the National Action Health Letter, and that's basically just talking about the insulin resistance that I was talking about earlier. So as you can see, this study, along with many others, show that there is a connection between type 2 diabetes and overconsumption of red meat. Type 2 diabetes, similar to heart disease and obesity, is a major problem in the United States that affects the lives of many Americans. So in conclusion, the amount of red meat consumed is extremely high in the United States in comparison to other countries and in comparison to what is recommended by health experts. Health concerns such as obesity, heart disease, and type 2 diabetes are also very high in the United States. Things like high amounts of saturated fats in a diet and high cholesterol are both causes of all 3 of these issues, and they're both things that are found in red meat. Thus, although some believe that it is a great source of protein, which it is, I believe that red meat consumption should be regulated because it is very dangerous and can cause heart disease, type 2 diabetes, and obesity if not monitored. So that's all. Thank you for watching.